Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a retractable anchor for your kayak or small boat using a clothesline setup along with some 1/16" stainless steel cable. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. These are the parts I'm going to be using in this project. Here I have a retractable clothesline and the brand is Breathing Room, and I chose this one. It holds 40 feet of PVC line, which I'll be replacing, but the exterior is set up to be weather resistant, so that's why I chose this one. And I'll list a link of all the parts in the narrative. Then I'm going to be replacing that PVC line with this 1/16" stainless steel marine grade cable. And I have a ferrule and a little loop that I'll use once I replace the line. Then I'm also going to use some fishing line, 15-pound test, and some marine shrink fit tubing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pull out all this line that's inside. Okay, so here's the end of it, and what I'm going to do is clamp it so it can't retract back in while I'm doing what else I want to do, which is cut this off here, and then I'm going to attach the stainless steel wire to it. So I've cut all this PVC line, and then what I'm going to do is join it with about 1.5 inches overlap using the fishing line to wrap it tight. And then once that's all done, I'm going to apply the heat shrink. But you got to remember to put this tubing on first. Otherwise, you're going to be out of luck and having to do it all over again. So I'll do that, put it all together, and just before I apply the heat shrink, I'll show you where I'm at. This is what my splice looks like. And it doesn't have to be really neat because it's going to be hidden underneath the shrink fit tubing. So I went up once and then back the other way. And then I'll slide the tubing over the joint and get it so it's about centered. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a heat gun and shrink the joint. There is the completed joint. And so it's in there tight. So now what I'm going to do is start retracting the amount of line I want to put inside this unit. And I think I'm going to use about 25 or 30 feet. That's about the deepest I'll need. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then when I'm finished, I'll show you the next step. After I started feeding the 1/16" stainless steel cable into the retractable clothesline, I got about 38 feet before it stopped retracting. So at the end, I used that ferrule and the little loop that came with it. And I had a ferrule crimper, but you can use anything, even a hammer and a screwdriver would work. And then I put a carabiner on the end of it, which is going to act as a stop, as well as where I'm going to connect my anchor to. Then all you need to do is attach it to whatever point you want to on your kayak. Now, since you're using 1/16" stainless steel cable instead of the typical paracord or something similar, you're not going to be able to wrap it around a cleat or even one of the mini cleats. So you need to use one of these cam cleats. which open up and then bite down on your cable. And if you use these, you won't have any problem. Just a couple of extra comments. The reason I chose the stainless steel marine grade wire over the traditional paracord, what people use in these projects, is because over time paracord can stretch a little bit, and this stainless steel cable is not going to stretch. And another thing, if you buy some of this cable and it's already wound up, my suggestion would be to slowly unwind it to the length you think you need, then cut it, because unfortunately for me, I dropped my coil on the ground and it sprung out all over the place in different directions, and it took me a long time to get it untangled. So that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments. Thank you.